Shalom, family in Messiah Yeshua. Shalom to the worldwide YouTube and social media community. This is your beloved brother ShaulYisrael, coming back again with another Yahweh-inspired message. I'll be reading on this day from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, and starting at verse 29. I'll be reading from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, and starting at verse 29. And I read, "Fear Yahweh with all your soul, and reverence his ministers. Love him that made you with all your strength, and forsake not his ministers. Fear Yahweh, and honor the minister, and give him his portion, as is commanded you, the firstfruits, and the trespass offering, and the gift of the shoulders, and the sacrifice of sanctification, and the firstfruits of the separate things." Going from there, I'll be reading in 1 Corinthians chapter 8. No, 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 14. "Even so has Yahweh ordained that they which preach the gospel should live of the gospel." And I read from First Timothy chapter 5 and starting at verse 17. And I read, "Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. For the scripture says, you shall not muzzle the ox that treads out the corn, and the laborer is worthy of his reward." I read those verses of scripture to say this: Yisrael, support the ministry. Support your ministry as our ancestors did and were commanded aforetime to support the priesthood, being that they have an inheritance with them, considering that the priesthood was reserved or separate unto Yahweh, reconciled to Yahweh, signifying how the nation should be reconciled unto Yahweh. So is the ministry of Yeshua, who's after the order of Melchizedek, is reserved unto Yahweh, reconciled unto Yahweh, who is ordained for his usage to proclaim the message and the power of the kingdom of SHA'UL, are separate unto Yahweh. We need your support, Yisrael. However, Yahweh has prospered you in excess, freely and cheerfully support the ministry who is scattered to the four corners with you, Yisrael. Don't neglect the ministry, particularly we who labor in the word and doctrine, who strive to proclaim the glad tidings of the kingdom to come. We need your help, Israel. It's written in 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 6. But this I say, he which sows sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which sows bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Every man according as he purposes in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for Yahweh loves a cheerful giver. And it's written in Luke chapter 5, Luke chapter 6 rather, verse 38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For what the same measure that you meet, without it shall be measured to you again. So, Yisrael, support the ministry. I'm talking about those who are truly laboring in word and doctrine. That message does not deviate from the word of Yahweh. For it's written in 2 John, verse 9, whosoever transgresses and abides not in the doctrine of Hamashiach do not have Yahweh. He that abides in the doctrine of Hamashiach, he hath both the Father and the Son. We have the Father and Son. He has taken on the nature and spirit of Yeshua, thus being reconciled to the Father. If there come any unto you, and bring not this doctrine, receive not to your house, not bid him Yahweh speed. When he bids him Yahweh speed, is partake of his evil deeds. So do not. And then it's written again in Romans chapter 16. And verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them, for they that are such serve not our King Yeshua HaMashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speech deceive the hearts of the simple. So I read this and say, we do not support false prophets, false teachers, and false messengers. For it's written again in 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people. Even there shall be false teachers among you, who privilegely bring in downward heresy, even denying the king that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow the pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be even spoken of. So those who preach and teach a false gospel, which is a perverse gospel that contradicts the scriptures, do not support them. You support those ministries, those ministers who is preaching sound doctrine. That doctrine is 100% in harmony with the scriptures of truth. We need your support, Yisrael. not grudgingly or out of necessity, but give cheerfully. As our ancestors supported the Levitical priesthood, so willingly and cheerfully and humbly support the ministry of Yeshua, particularly those ministers who have been called and sent of Yahweh to proclaim the glad tidings of the kingdom to come. I welcome your support, Yisrael. I welcome your support, believing Gentiles, who through conversion become surnamed by the name Yisrael. I welcome your support. Again, my address is 108 Front Street, Roxboro, North Carolina, 27573. My number is 919-308-2495. Again, my number is 919-308-2495. My Cash App, my PayPal will be in the description. Covet earnestly your prayers, supplication, intercessions on my behalf. For in ministry, we are attacked on all sides by Satan, but Yahweh is with us and with you, Yisrael, particularly those who have been reconciled unto Yahweh. I give Yahweh all glory, honor, and praise. I thank Him in the name of His beloved Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. So be it. So be it. Shalom.